Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2025 BMW X1. This is the M35i. Huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this SUV for me today. Take a look at their website. That link is down in the description below. So this X1 is finished off in Bay Blue Lagoon Metallic. MSRP is just over $58,000. Now this is powered by the 2-liter twin-power turbo inline 4-cylinder. It's paired to the 7-speed automatic. It pumps out 312 horsepower, 295 pound-feet of torque. That power sent through the xDrive all-wheel drive system, propelling this 3,800-pound SUV from 0 to 60 in just shy of 5 seconds. It has a top speed of 155 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 14.3 gallons. You'll expect to see 23 miles per gallon in the city, 31 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 106 inches. Its overall length is 179.8. It has a width of 72.6 and a height of 62.9 inches. Now, as we take a look at the exterior styling, I think we have a beautiful spec for this X1. You'll notice with the kidney grille, it's finished off in gloss black, where there's also the sensor for the distance pacing, forward-facing camera. There's also the active grille shutter, so that will open and close depending on the cooling needed for this model. It also has LEDs for all of the lighting up front, and then take a look at the massive inlets in the entire lower section of this bumper to provide additional cooling. There's a gloss black trim accent for that lower section too, and then really nice lines that come down the hood. The overall front end has a really nice sporty design to it. Now, as we work our way to the side for the 25-year model, this gets the compound brakes finished off in silver there. There's a two-tone design for the wheels, and then very nice fender arches, both front and rear. You'll notice the gloss black works its way to the power folding side mirrors too, which have the camera and the turn signal. There's a full moonroof up top, more gloss black for the roof racks, window trim, and the lower side skirt there. And then some nice lines in the lower section. You'll notice too that this has the flush mounted door handles, which gives it a great look. And then in back, for the body colored spoiler, there's the fins on the top on both sides, along with the third brake light. Wiper blade is mounted in the lower section. There's also LEDs for the taillights, backup camera with all the parking sensors, and then the quad tip dual exhaust with more gloss black and those fins in the lower section there. Now, as we work our way to the cargo space, you can use the button on the key fob or the one up underneath where this has the power liftgate. And for the smallest SUV from BMW, it's actually pretty spacious. I'd say you have a good bit of space. There's a storage pocket along with a 12 volt over there, and then you have another storage net. You also get a lot of space underneath the floor where you can place additional items. And then of course you can fold down the back seats to give yourself that much more interior space. And then up top you have two buttons there. You can just close the liftgate or you can lock the vehicle too. Now if the vehicle does lock, there's no proximity handle on the door handle itself, but you can reach up front and unlock. There is a setting where you can do that and it will unlock the rear door, so you don't even have to grab the key fob. But for this interior, there's Harman Kardon for the audio, the brushed accents, all the blue stitching with the black leather, and then plenty of storage down below. And then this particular model has the leather and suede seats, which give it a great look. And then at 5'10", I have a good bit of space in the back. Now there's no storage pockets, but you have the climates, auxiliaries, a little bit of storage down below. And then at my height, I have maybe about 2 inches or so of headroom. These seats also do recline. So if I pull on this strap to the side of me, I can go back slightly. And for this smaller vehicle, it definitely makes it a lot more comfortable. Now right in the middle, you can pull on this where you have the armrest and two cup holders. And then you can even fold down this middle seat individually if you need to. And then you have large windows on both sides there. So it definitely gives you a lot of visibility and lighting for this smaller car. Now up front, there's the memory seating adjustments, your power folding side mirrors, all the window controls, liftgate release, and additional storage. And then this also has lumbar support, all the automatic adjustments with the one manual control that is for the leg support there. And you get a really nice set of sporty bucket seats for up front. Now this also has a solid leather steering wheel. We have massive paddle shifters on both sides. But let's fire this up and take a listen to this M35i. And coming back to the gauge cluster now, you can go through a little bit of information using the controls over on the right side. So there's volume, shortcuts to your music, Bluetooth and voice commands, And then when you push on this control, you have a lot of content within the middle of this screen. So you can go through all of this depending on what you would like to see. And then you can also adjust the layout too. So just swipe over and now you have 3 different configurations there. And then the last one is for the head-up display, where you even have the curve ahead view. So when you have the navigation on, it will show you some more information about the turns and roads that you're on. Now this also has cruise with the distance pacing. And then on this left side, you have the headlight adjustments. There's also interior lighting for this particular model. There's leather on the entire dash with all the stitching. And then with the infotainment system, you have a good bit to go through. You'll notice on this left side, there's some shortcuts here so you can get through all that information. And then in the lower section, if you push on the 4 squares there, you can go through all of these icons here. So you have quite a lot that you can go through just depending on what you need to use. Back to the home where you have the split screen here. There's also all the climate adjustments. And then for the 25-year model, heated seats are standard. So you have that along with the heated steering wheel and the temperature adjustments too. Now underneath that, there's one central air vent. You have some defrosters. There's wireless charging with cup holders down below, along with some auxiliaries and a lot of storage in the lower section. And then up top, there's volume and mute along with tuning, auto hold. The button in the middle will bring up your driving settings. So you can go through all of these, even turn on the iconic sounds, which is the exhaust note being piped in. You have hill descent as well. And then we also have My Modes. You can go through a few of these, which will also change the interior lighting, and it will give you some funky graphics too, depending on the mood that you are in. Now there's also a shortcut to the camera system. You can put this into reverse by using the shifter there, where there's the top-down view, and then you have several angles here, just depending on what you need to see. So you have quite a lot where you have plenty of visibility. Now there's also drive and sport mode, and then park is just by pushing on the e-brake. When you push on this control, it opens up the center armrest where you have a little bit of storage. And then there's plenty of storage in the glove box with 2 air vents just above that. There's garage door buttons, dome lights, and the controls for the sunshade and sunroof. And then here's a look at visibility with those large windows in the back. It is very easy to see all around. As we set off behind the wheel now for the X1 M35i, this is a really cool segment from BMW because we do have the smallest SUV. So if you're not looking for a large vehicle, this is a great option to go with. It's going to be very maneuverable. We do have parallel parking, which is within that screen when you put it into reverse too. So you can activate that. It's going to be incredibly small to be able to fit in certain spaces. But we also have a performance-oriented vehicle at the same time. So with these modes here, we can put it into sport mode, where hopefully you can hear some of that exhaust note is going to be fake, but we can put it into the sport mode setting. And as we come around this turn here, it's nice that we have pretty much an M car for the X1 here. It's not like an M5 or an M2 or something of that level, but we do have some of those performance characteristics if you are looking to keep those, but you don't need a large vehicle. And with this X1 too, I think you get a lot of interior space for its size. So it's a really nice package if you are looking for something like this. And I like the seating position in this car too, because while it's a small vehicle, you don't really sit that low. We do have height adjustments for the seat here, so of course you can control it as needed. But I've been in some other larger SUVs where you feel like you're sitting in a car. To me, I feel like I'm sitting in an X5 or something of that size. So it's a really good seating position I like. So if you want that SUV vibe but a small vehicle, you can get that with this. But it drives very nice, even in sport mode here. It's a very comfortable, well-refined vehicle. For its price tag, it might be a little bit steep for its size. You can get into some other vehicles that are going to be a little bit bigger. However, they may not have the same sporty and handling characteristics that this X1 has. I have been able to compare this against a few other of its competitors. So take a look at those videos to see what you can get for about $60,000. But you really can't get into something that is performance oriented like this. At least new for new. And I mean, it takes these turns very well. BMW really knows how to put their M versions of cars into even something like this X1 here. So that way you can have some sporty fun. And we're in sport mode, second gear. Here we go. And a mild acceleration, we're up to speed. Paddles are very responsive too. And what I didn't cover is for the downshift paddle on this left side, we're in 6th gear right now. Let's hold it for a few seconds. It's going to jump down to 3rd gear, count down from 10 seconds, and that is going to give us a little bit more power if you need to get up onto the highway and merge past someone, or you just want to get up to speed. It will rev match and drop a couple gears there just to give you some more of that performance feel. This is what it's like to be behind the wheel for the X1. Definitely a really nice layout. I like with the curved screen, it's so much smaller than the rest of the BMW lineup. It works well within this dash for how much smaller this vehicle is. I'd say it's not too tight feeling, but it's definitely much narrower than some of its competitors or some of its bigger siblings, but it gives you a really nice feel for how small this is. It's super quiet too, except for when you're in sport mode and you give it a little bit of gas here. And then as far as the maneuverability goes, like I mentioned earlier, it's a small vehicle, so it's very easy to make a quick turnaround like that. And I think it's a good daily in terms of just giving you space, giving you a small vehicle, something that's fuel efficient and is going to give you some performance at the same time. But that is going to wrap it up for the 2025 BMW X1 M35i. Once again, huge shout out to Hendrick BMW Northlake for providing this SUV for me today. Take a look at their website, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with our daily uploads. I will see you all in the next video.